For your little piece of paradise, Hall Pool Supply will treat
I'm going to talk about one thing with chemistry today, and this one thing, if you didn't know about this will save you a lot of money and also a lot of frustration. And if you do know about it, then I encourage you, this is worth checking. You know, if you haven't checked in a while, if you haven't brought your water in here for a test, I would check what I'm speaking about right now. But I'm going to hold this up and show you this little magical map. Forget this, well, that'll be on the next slide. So don't forget this. This is the important part. So your cyanuric acid, what some people call stabilizer, I like to use stabilizer, or conditioner, some people will call it that. This is what you put in the pool the first time you fill it up with water. So this should be optimally at 40 parts per million. And then your free chlorine at 3. Now, here's what I'm going to show you is the relationship where this came from. Why is it 3 parts per million? And here's why. So when you look, if you pull out your calculator right now and you take 40 parts per million and times it times 7.5%, you're going to get the magic number of 3 parts per million for your free chlorine. So that means that at the optimum level, to prevent your chlorine from burning out, you're going to keep 40 parts per million, or start at 40. Then, if you're careful, you can get longevity. Once it gets to 80 parts per million, this is where this comes in. The bottom part that I was going to ask you not to look at when I was showing you about the 40 times 7.5% equals 3. Now let's double it. Let's say that over time you've been using products like Shock that has cyanuric acid in it. You float too many tabs. This gives off, for every part of 1 part per million of chlorine, it gives, I think, 0.6 or something parts per million of cyanuric acid per 10,000 gallons. Dichlor can raise the parts per million of the cyanuric acid by 6 or more, depending on what you're using. Anyways, this is the relationship. 40 times 7.5% equals 3 parts per million chlorine. If that doubles on you and you go up to 80, now it requires 6 parts per million of chlorine to do what 3 used to do. And then if it goes to 100, see, it's locking the chlorine, it's stabilizing it too much. And so it's not working. You have to use more, and that requires more money, etc. I hope this has helped you. Give us a call if you have any questions, hallpoolsupply.com or 661-641-4013. Here's a customer. Bye-bye.
Come visit us at 1525 Columbus Street, Suite 100 in the Lowe's Shopping Center right next to Subway.
Call Hall Pool Supply online at hallpoolsupply.com.